People struggle to pay for that treatment.
But the good news for Mainers is that Maine is one of 22 states with some type of insulin copay cap to lower out-of-pocket costs. And just yesterday, President Biden signed a law to limit costs nationwide for some, but not all. News Center Maine's Sam Olson spoke with a Mainer who says more needs to be done. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Sharon and Chloe. Rachel White was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes earlier this year. Rachel says she is grateful Maine has a law in place to help curb the cost of insulin, but says more diabetics need the help.
It breaks my heart just thinking that this life-saving drug isn't necessarily available or affordable to everybody.
Everybody, meaning the nearly 30 million Americans who have diabetes, roughly 7 million requiring insulin. Rachel White was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in January. For the last 8 months, she's been learning to live life with the new diagnosis.
It seems the common story is you're really just thrown into the fire. You're given insulin and you're told to figure it out.
Figuring out how much insulin to take, and for some, how they will afford it. According to a study done by Yale researchers published last month, about 14% of Americans who use insulin reached catastrophic spending on insulin costs, meaning 40% of their income after spending on food or housing went to insulin.
No one should have to choose between groceries and living.
Living with type 1 diabetes. In Rachel's words,
it's a daily science experiment. It's always changing.
Changing day to day, but she has her sister to lean on for support. Rachel's sister Rebecca lives in New Hampshire. Her husband having diabetes for 47 years. Their daughter just recently diagnosed too. The combined costs causing the family to change insurance companies.
We added my daughter's costs on top of my husband's. It just became really astronomically expensive.
Expensive and more than it used to cost 15 years ago. Rebecca saying her husband's monthly supplies used to cost less than $200. Now
his monthly supplies retail would be $900 if we had to actually go out and buy it.
It meaning supplies like glucose monitors, insulin pumps, pen needles, and more. When it comes to Rachel's insulin, Maine's $35 copay cap brings relief to her price tag.
That's how much my insurance is saving me, the $662, and out of pocket I'm paying $35.
Paying for treatment, making a diagnosis that's already hard, even more difficult to manage.
There are stories where people have to stretch their insulin supply until their next paycheck, and that is so dangerous.
That law signed by President Biden yesterday caps insulin costs at $35 a month, but only for people with Medicare. That's more than 3 million people who use insulin nationwide. But that leaves a lot of people who rely on private insurance in states without price caps paying much more. I'm Sam Olson, News Center, Maine.